How's it going, guys? This is Helix from Death to Stupidity, but I think I'll put this video on my main channel, which is actually my side channel. Yeah, actually that was really stupid. Anyway, today I'm doing my first ever FL Studio dubstep tutorial, and I didn't want to show you guys how to make a certain sound exactly because that kind of ruins some of the creativity. So I'm going to show you a sound that I took and kind of made it into my own. It's just kind of a growl I came across a while back on a YouTube tutorial. I'll try to find it and link it. Anyway, it's kind of like my take on that growl. It's a little different. Actually, there's a lot of stuff different, but yeah. So it's in my song "Crisis," falling, the vowel A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes Y. And, it's in Heartache. It's in a lot of my stuff, my newer stuff, because I really like this sound, and I haven't really come up with a definite usage of it yet. So right now I'm using it in a lot of just kind of demo dubstep stuff. Anyway, this is the sound we'll be making.
Check this out.
Okay. Now, I kind of just remade it quickly, so it doesn't sound exactly the right way, and I added some effects to it too. So this is what it sounds like right now. So it's more of a filthy style sound. Anyway, I'm actually going to just reopen this and put this back on. This is the preset that came with the video. I actually just downloaded it a while back, but this is what it would sound like with the preset. And I don't like the way that sounds as much, so I really just watched the tutorial and kind of saw what he did and just kind of changed it a lot, actually. So anyway, turn 2, just turn operator 2 all the way up, and then the second frequency modulation on operator 3 to about 50, give or take 10%, and then operator 1 to about 50, maybe a little bit under 50, around 45 or so. Turn off the smooth, and your X is going to want to be pretty much, your X and your Y are both going to be all the way up, almost. Not all the way, but just about. Okay, and operator 1, right click, triangle. Operator 2, right click, triangle. Operator 3, right click, triangle. Alright, operator 1, we're gonna screw around with the oscillation harmonics. So there's not really a set way to do this. You just kind of play around with it until you find what you want. But basically what we're gonna do is kind of make this little shape like this right here. I'm gonna smooth that out a little bit, actually. And then we're going to get rid of those. Kind of. There we go. And then over here, we're going to make a formant shape. Kind of, but not definitely exactly. But definitely not definitely exactly. Something around that. We'll mess with that a little bit more later. Now on this one, we're going to just kind of make a little staircase going up. Make sure the last one is a little bit higher than the rest of them. 3, we're going to do kind of the same thing as we did on the first, just make this little shape, boost the highs and low mids a little bit. Now we're going to go back to operator 1, modulation X. Just do pretty much what I'm doing right here. Now in operator 2, we're going to do the same thing, except it's going to go all the way down here, and then all the way down on the Y, but on that side. This is going to be the same thing, but one tier up. Now last thing to do is go back to operator 2, volume, envelope, activate it, turn the attack down, and do it manually too. Okay, put one right here in the middle, turn this all the way up, put this back a couple notches that way. And this is the basic sound. Now, one thing you can definitely do is create automation clips on the X. I don't know why. Okay. I guess I do know why. Yeah. Anyway, just play around with it a little bit. We're gonna just do this right here for now. Alright, now let's just kind of watch what the X does. I guess smooth doesn't really matter. Now, there's a few things you can do. I have fast distortion and flanges both on. I also have the EQ band up a little bit on the right, up a tiny bit on the left, and then turn the high shelf down a tiny bit and the low shelf up just a tiny bit. Now without any effects, doesn't sound too bad with fast distortion. You can use the default preset. Turn the preamp up and the threshold down a little bit, or actually turn the threshold all the way up. Or you can just use the something preset, which is kind of a similar effect, but it's not as beefy. And I'll turn that off and turn flanges on so you can hear. Now, one usage of this would probably be for a build-up. You could just kind of have the growl echoing out, so if you add like some delay and reverb on it with this and then automate it so that it turns down gradually throughout the build-up, it could probably work. But I like to turn it down to about 35% or so, and it kind of gives it just gives it that really metallic sound, and a lot of people like that. I like that sound. I don't actually use flanges in most of my stuff. The only song I've ever used the flanges on was in my remake of Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, which is really old, but it used a lot more complicated synthesis that I'm not really going to go into right now. But yeah, that's basically this growl. And there's another sound in it, but I'll probably cover that in a different tutorial, but it's this higher pitched wobble. Yeah, that's one that's kind of a popular sound in modern dubstep, or I guess brostep as they call it. You know, it has that kind of Dr. P, Flux Pavilion, Skrillex-y thing to it. Skrillex-y, Flux Pavilion-y, Dr. P-y. It has that vibe to it, I guess. I don't know.
Check this out.
I also just realized that's a little bit off beat.
Check this out.
That sucks. I worked really hard on that song, and by that I mean about 10 hours straight. Another sound. Actually, I'll just do that in a different tutorial because it'd be easier that way. Actually, so I've recorded a whole other section over another sound, and I realized that the video would be too long and really drug out, so I'm not gonna do it. I'll do that sound in another tutorial. It's basically a laser sound, a whoop. It's really more of a party laser, as I've been told by a few producers that I know have told me they hate it because it sounds too party-esque. But oh well, they'll live. I hope. I think they will. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they will. Definitely. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my tutorial and listening to me ramble on, because I know really nothing about synthesis at all. So, oh, and just in case, this really is what the drums sound like. Some people I know think that's a really stupid drum pattern, but I like it, so I use it. Yeah, bye.